What if I tell you productivity is just a myth? Will you believe me? I don't think so. So, why are we so obsessed on being productive all day? Why, at the end of the day, if we don't feel tired after doing work, we just feel like we haven't been productive at all? Can we be really productive for all of our life, or is it just an illusion? And most important of all, can being productive all day, every day, really guarantee us success in our lives? If you have all these questions popping up in your mind, just like me, then keep watching this video because you are going to have all of your questions answered in this one. Hello, my cuties. This is Srishti, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, last week was, how can I term it, really unproductive for me. I did not complete my to do list for the day or study all of that I had wanted, or even I did not move my body or, go out in the sun or in the gym to work out and anything. I was just rotting in bed all day and watching my favorite series or just, be scrolling on Insta and Facebook. And as winters are setting in, the days are becoming less and the nights are becoming more, and it's so cold outside. Also, it is so hard to be productive in this environment. But doing all this, does that make me a bad person or an unproductive person? Of course not. There will be some lazy days and some sad days where your emotions will take up your front seat and drive you to be very emotional and cry or just be lazy and just do nothing for all. So on such days it is okay to just take a stop and take two steps back and just relax yourself. It is very important to listen to your body and take it slow on some days. And this is what I learned in the last week of being unproductive, that productivity is actually a lifestyle. It's not a one day or a 1 week thing where you'll wake up one day and think like today I'm going to be the most productive self and do everything. No, it doesn't work like that. Productivity should be incorporated in your lifestyle. Habits and routines should be built around it so that even when you're not feeling like it, you'll still be productive in many ways. Productivity is much more about being effective with your time rather than working for 12 hours a day. It's about being smart and getting most of your work done in small time periods rather than working for the whole day. So, in this video, I'm giving you some actionable steps that you can incorporate in your daily life for being your most productive self starting from today. So, subscribe to my channel for more of such study related and self help content. And let's get into the Step number one is to have a morning routine. So, morning routines are there to kickstart your day with a sense of freshness and gratefulness. They help in setting your mood for the day, just like how you put fertilizers in your plant to make them grow more healthy and give more fruits. Similarly, the morning routine that you have, which is personally tailored to fulfill all of your needs, it kickstarts your day and makes it so much more productive. Plus, it also puts you in a good mood. And if you wake up early in the morning, you have so much more time in your hand to do all of the things that you want. And you can also start working early and incorporate all of the tasks that you want to do in your day. You have so much time in your hands to complete your to do list and also to rest and do all the things that you want to do. So for example, my morning routine is like I wake up at 7 a.m., I drink water, then I eat dry fruits, then I meditate for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I read a book for some time. Then after that, I go for my morning walk. And after my morning walk, I come home, bath, make myself a good breakfast, and then at 9 or 10 o'clock, I start my day or start my study sessions and work for the day. So in this way, I make my morning a fuel to kickstart my day into being more productive. Step 2 is to make a to-do list or schedule all of the tasks for the day. So making to-do list or writing down all of your tasks for the day, it's like setting goals for the day. And when you accomplish those goals, you feel a sense of accountability and you feel a sense of achievement. And when you tick off things from your to-do list, you feel a sense of fulfillment that you have actually done something in your day and you feel so much productive. And the most important thing is to keep a reward system for yourself. So, for example, when you achieve a task, you can reward yourself with a coffee, or your favorite cake, or your favorite series or something like that. Study shows that if you reward yourself after doing a hard task, you are 70 to 80% much more likely to do the task again. Also, there are so many apps available on the internet where you can schedule all of your tasks for the day. By the way, I also use a to-do list app, and it just makes so much more easier to complete all of my tasks and also be accountable for everything that I have done for the day. So by using such apps, or such planners to plan your day, it gives a structure to your day. So there are planners in the market where you can plan your week or your month in advance, and by doing this you are so much more likely to do all the things that you are scheduled, because you have already written down it in your planner, and it just gives you a sense of responsibility to do all the things that you have written down, because at the end of the day you are going to check your planner, and when you see that you haven't done anything, you will feel bad. So to avoid that feeling, you are more likely to do the all the things if you write things down, and if you make a plan or a schedule in your day or in your week. Step 3 is to make habits and routines which are effective for the long term. So forming habits is like one of the most hardest things to do, and you need to rely on discipline rather than motivation to form good habits and incorporate them in your daily routine. You need discipline to make habits and routines that push you to be productive each day and to set your goals and to actually reach them. So I learned this one concept of habit stacking from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. So basically what habit stacking is that you have current habits, and if you want to form a new habit, you start that new habit or the current habit that you have, so you are much more likely to do the new habit, because the current habit is a cue for doing the new habit that you want to do. So for example, you want to start reading a book, and you already have a habit of journaling every day in the morning. The thing that you can do is, after journaling every day in the morning, you can start the habit of reading after the habit of journaling. So when you stop journaling, you will naturally start reading a book, because you have started the habit on. So in this way, journaling is a cue for the action of reading habit after doing it. And you just found the new habit which will help you to be so much more productive in your day, and it's also a step closer to your goals. And in this way, you just built a new habit based on the old habit that you already have. So, by habit stacking and building habits in your daily routine and in your day to day life, you can be so much more productive and get all of your things done in a good and structured way. Step 4 is to have a good sense of time management. So, managing your time effectively directly links to being more productive. For this, you can add work blocks in your daily schedule. You can also add time slots in your planner for specific things that you want to do in your day. So, for example, you want to study, but you also want to paint. So, the thing that you can do is you can add a time block in your planner for the day. I will study from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And after that, I will take a 5 to 10 minutes break, and then I will start painting from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. And in this way, you just allotted a specific time to a specific activity that you want to do. Is especially important in case of studies. So the thing that helps me the most in studies is a Pomodoro timer. You can keep 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or even 1 hour of Pomodoro timer, and then you can study all that you want in that while. Then you know that you have a 5 or 10 minutes break after that, and in that break you can do anything that you want. So in this way, your study sessions are structured, and you don't have to study for 12 hours a day. You can just get effective studying in just 4 to 5 hours. Also, when you take breaks in between, you should not be doom scrolling on your phone, because scrolling on your phone gives us a dopamine hit, and that is not really good for our attention span. You can do something else instead, like doing your laundry or making a juice, or eating something or doing anything else that you want to do. And in this way, you can increase your studying capacity and also your attention span. Step 5 is to eliminate all the distractions. So, distractions are like the easiest things in our lives. Like, you can literally get distracted by the simplest things, and the work that you want to do in your day, it just remains pending. And then you go back to the cycle of being unproductive all day and hating on yourself and not getting any work done. So, the biggest distraction in our lives right now is our cell phone. Our smartphone is so much smart that it makes us dumb. We literally get dopamine strikes every minute, and that makes our attention span so much low. Scrolling reels and shorts on YouTube, it makes our attention span so much smaller, and then you won't be able to focus on your studies or the work that you want to do and accomplish in your life. So, the best thing that you can do is keep your phone as much away from you as possible when you're studying or you're doing some work. I like to keep my phone on airplane mode, and then I just keep it in the another room and then do my work in other room because it just makes me so much more focused on the work or the study that I am doing in the moment. Also, you can put your phone on DND mode, and you can also put timers on all of the social apps that you have so that you can focus more on your studies. Step 6 is to adopt a growth mindset. The major step in being productive or having a healthy lifestyle is to have a mindset that aligns with your goals. So, growth mindset is the one that does not keep you stagnant in one place. It helps you to grow in each and every part of your life. The people who have growth mindset are much more fulfilled and grateful in their life. They are also positive and optimistic, and by adding all of these qualities, they are peaceful in their lives. Peace is such a higher vibrational energy that we should be on. The people who have growth mindsets, by adding all of their qualities, they create the life of their dreams. A major chunk of having a growth mindset is to be positive and being grateful. Even when you face failures or setbacks in your life, positive people, they tend to keep doing the things that they love doing. Positive people are 10 times more successful than negative and pessimistic people because they just are vibrating on such a low level energy. Also, when you are positive, you attract same quality experiences and same quality people in your life, and your life becomes so much more fulfilled and happy. Also, you should never forget to be grateful to the universe for everything that you have, because gratefulness is such a power that you have. And when you are grateful, universe gives you so much more abundance than you want in your life. Like universe literally gives you better things than you hope for. So having a good mindset in addition of doing everything that you are doing is so much more important and helpful in your life. Step 7 is to journal at the end of the day. So journaling has literally changed my whole life. Like when you journal at the end of the day, you keep yourself accountable of all the things that you have done in your day. All the good things and all the bad things, you have to write everything down in your journal. So when you look at your journal and remember all of the things that you have done in the day, it gives you a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment that you have done what you wanted to do in your day. It also goes the other way. When you don't do the things that you were intended to do in the day, it gives you a bad feeling. So next time you are more likely to do all of the things that are on your to-do list. So at the end of the day, when you write it in your journal, you feel like you have accomplished something in the day and you are being your productive self. Also, journaling and writing down all of your emotions helps you to have a better understanding of your emotions and how your emotions act with accordance to your actions throughout the day. There are so many pretty journals that are available on the internet. You can just purchase one or you can just write in your book that you have at your house, because you just have to write everything down. And when you get aesthetic journals, you are more likely to write down in it because it just feels so good writing down in such journals. Also, you have so many journal prompts that are available on Pinterest and also on Google, and you can just write journal prompts in your journal because it helps you to uncover your emotions and your emotional intelligence. And after you journal down and pour all of your emotions out, you feel so light and very much grateful for the life that you have. Step 8 is to create discipline in your life. As I have mentioned in my earlier videos, discipline is a long term commitment, and by committing to being disciplined, you are committing to a life that is much more successful and easy to live. In this generation, we are so much focused on being motivated and just watching motivational videos and doing short term things and then just doing nothing. We are going back on our same old routines, and then we just go back to the circle of self-loathing and self-hating. But we are not going to do that here. So if you're serious about changing your life, You have to be disciplined in your life. Discipline is a long term thing and you have to incorporate in your life because discipline directly relates to productivity. And if you are disciplined, you are tend to be more productive and be a productive self and have productivity as your lifestyle because discipline is also a lifestyle. And I can tell you from personal experience that discipline has helped me so much more in my life than being only motivated for a short run. For being disciplined, you have to create boundaries with yourself and stick to those boundaries and stand up for yourself or show up for yourself in every life situations, whether it be good or bad. Because when you do this, you build a trust with yourself and that trust helps you to accomplish a life that is so much more than the ordinary. As I've said, productivity is directly linked to discipline because when you are disciplined, you do all of the things that you have set to do and you are being more productive because that's just who you are. You are a disciplined and a productive person and it becomes your identity. So there's this quote that I heard one time that procrastination is the cost of the life that you would have lived and it can't be any more true. Like literally, procrastination is the fear of failure or perfectionism. When you want to be perfect or when you fear that you will fail anyway, you tend to procrastinate. And procrastination, of course, it kills productivity. Also, eating healthy is directly linked to productivity because when you eat healthy and whole foods, it gives you more energy to do all of the tasks that you want to do in the day. You feel less lazy and lethargic as compared to when you eat sugary foods or fast foods that are very bad for your health. So I hope this video helps you in some of the other way. I know being productive all day every day is a very hard task and you don't have to be productive every day. You can take it slow, you can take breaks and you can pamper yourself with anything that you want. Also remember that you have to be disciplined at the same time because it will benefit you so much in the long run. So tell me in the comments, was your week a productive one? And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more of such self help content. So, I will take my leave and see you in the next video. Till then, bye.